Hello. Uh, so we, me, myself, Rakesh, and my teammate Pranita would be giving the demonstration about our final phase of our project, part 3. So if we get into it, firstly, implement all functionality described in the project. Grading for this will be based on all the functionalities that we have implemented in part 1 and part 2 would be just giving a small demonstration. So if we go to the login.jsp and run it. So let me just log in as client one at example.com and password one. So we have the request page, and we have the list all your request and list all your quotes, list all your orders, and list all your bills. So along with this, so if you go to request page and let me just log in as a new user, client dot two dot. So right now there are no requests. I'll just make a request. I'll give client 2 dot example, and tree size I would give small 10 inch, and then tree 10 inch, location backyard, distance 15, note to cut the tree, and I'll just request it. So it says you can add another tree if you want. I'll just go back to the home page and list your request. I have the request here. Now I'll go back to the home page. Uh, Now Pranita would be logging into the David Smith.
So I'm logging in as David now. So for David, you can see he can list all the requests. So currently, this is the new request that we got, and the David's part is to just give some price for that order and give some date. For order start and end, and just some message to the client, and he'll just update this. So you can see the values are here updated now, and code is sent to the user. Now next part. This is to list all the orders that David has got and list all the bills.
So let's log in back. Go to the client page again to check the code. So if I go here and click on list your quotes, I have this quote is sent, and the price is quoted as $45, and the start date and end date, and this is the David notes, and I can negotiate or accept or reject about all these. I've already done it. We have already done it in the part 2. So for now, I'll just accept the quote. So we can see that we have accepted. So we can see the status has changed to quote accepted and order created. Now let's go get back to the David Smith interface.
So now you can see that here the order is created and it's in the pending state now. So what I do is that just in case now order is done, so I'm just generating the bill. So in your bills you can see that the bill is created here, and now client can pay the bill off.
If we go back to the clients page, go to the list your bills, and we have the bill here. Bill is created. So I accept it, and if I like to pay it right now, Uh, I give the card number, expiry. I would give as 28, 1 to 3. So payment is done. Go to here. We can see that bill is settled. So let's get back to David's interface. Yeah. So as part of the first one, I mean the previous implementations that we have done in part one and part two are done. Now, if you get to the next 2 to 10 about writing the SQL query. So if we take the big clients, list the client that David Smith cuts the most number of trees, list one client if there is no try, and list all the top clients. So if we log into the root page, oh, sorry, yeah, root. Okay, yeah. So this is the root users interface, and we can see here we have all the list of users in the big client. Our big client is Rudy Smith. So this is the result, and if we check about the result, the big clients, we check the and we see here client ID. Most number of orders done and bill generated are client ID with 4. Scroll If you scroll up and scroll down, mostly it is where the order is done and bill is generated is client ID 4. If you go to the users and just check who is 4, uh, client ID 4 is Rudy Smith. So that is where we have our big client as Rudy Smith. And then if you go to the next part, we have easy client. List the clients who simply accept David Smith's initial quotes without further negotiation. So if you go back to the root page, we have easy clients, 3 people. And if you go to the database as workbench, and then if you just run this query easy clients, you can see client ID is 167, and go back to the user and run it. So one is Susie, and then 6 is uh, John Doe, and 7 is Alice. So if you go back to our root page, we can see that these are the 3 names that we have in Easy Client. And next, if you go to the next part, we have one tree quotes. List all the agreed quotes that are only involved one tree. So we have these. We have just copied the table here. We have the client IDs with the single tree that they've chose to cut, and we go to the workbench and run this query for the one tree code. We have 11, 13, 31, 32, 4 names. Those are the ones we have in our root page. And similarly, if you go to the fifth part, prospect clients, that is list all the clients that submitted some codes but never produced any orders of work. If you go to the root page, we have prospect clients as Sushi. And if we go to the workbench and run this query, we have only one client with the name that is one, that is Sushi. We just saw the user. So that is about it. So the next 5 will be explained by Kanika.
So next is that we have to get the highest tree that is ever cut by David Smith. So here you can see that if, and also it's mentioned that if we have one or more tree, we list all the trees. So here we have the highest is 70 feet. So what we are doing in query is that, so we, when we go to request table, first we get the max height of the tree, that is 70 feet here. And when you see in the request table, there are many trees that are with 70 feet. So we have listed all of them here. And when we go to next part, overdue bills, list all the bits that have not been paid after 1 week the bill is generated. So here you can see that overdue bills, these are the overdue bills. The bills were generated on 4th and till now they are not paid. So when you go to the bills table, Here you can see there are many bills that are being generated, and see here some bills are generated on 4th, some on 8th, and some on 13th. For 4th, only one bill is settled, and remaining bills are not settled. So we have that you will be overdue bills will be that are generated on 4th or before 4th. So we have listed all those bills here. Next, when we go to bad clients, here we have to list all the clients that have never paid the bill after it's due. Suppose the bill is due 1 week after it's generated, the client is not bad if there is no bill for them at all. And when we go here, bad clients, we have two people, Sophie and Angelo. It's also the same. Their due date has been crossed, and they have never paid the bill. And when you go to next part of that, list all the good clients. They have paid bills after right after they have been generated. So there are two clients who have done that, John Doe and Alice Johnson. When you go to this payment table, you can see they have paid on 13th, and the bill was also generated on 13th. So that is before 24 hours. And next is we have to display the statistics. This is the total statistics whoever have requested for this. This amount is zero because they have not placed any order till now, and the due amounts and the total amount that they have paid, and the tree counts that they have cut. Now we have updated the database, so now you can see that big clients, because Rudy already had like 4 5 requests, and now we have updated with one or two requests. So the Rudy for big clients it remains the same, and when it comes to easy clients, previously there were 3 users, now we are getting 4 users. This is because there is one more user added who has put an order, and the order was created, and the order was accepted by David. And next, when we go to one tree agreed quotes, this request that we have created was also with one tree. So you can see there is one more column here added with client id 8 and request id 33. Next, when we go to prospective clients is like who submitted quotes and but never produced orders. But we have all the clients who have produced order, and only the Susie is not produced any order. And when we go to highest tree, oh shit, wrong లో చెప్తున్నా. When we go to highest tree, previously it was 70 feet, now you can see it's 90 feet, because now a user has submitted a request with more than 70 feet. And when we go to overdue bills, as we have updated the database by creating an order now itself, the bill will be generated today only, so we won't have any overdue bills till now. Bad clients work same as the overdue bills. And when we go to good clients, previously there were only two clients, now there is third client added as Bob Smith, because same, what he has done is that he has paid the bill as soon as order was generated. Your order is generated and the bill was paid. And in statistics you can see that client id 8 is been added here. The all the tree counts for 1. So this is all about the project part 3. Thank you.